Hey everyone, Matt here. Before we get to the video of this podcast, I just wanted to say thank you for watching and being a part of the growth of not only this channel, but also Sex Here and Now. Unfortunately, some of these episodes I was not able to record for one reason or another, but I wanted to pop in and say, hey, thanks for watching. Sex Here and Now is available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. As always, like and subscribe for more sex positive content and enjoy the episode. Love is in the air. Or it isn't. And that's okay. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Sex Here and Now. As always, I am Matt Lockman. I'm a licensed clinical therapist and ASECT certified sex therapist. I wanted to do a Valentine's Day episode because, frankly, y'all be stressing about it. Valentine's Day has turned into a performance review for sex and relationships. Did we do enough? Do we do it right? Did it look romantic enough? And for a lot of people, the pressure alone is enough to shut desire down completely. I know for myself, my fiance and I never typically engage in sex on Valentine's Day because we are usually focusing on other parts of our relationship, like emotional intimacy and non demand touch. For those of you who don't know, non demand touch is essentially any touch that does not have to lead to sex. So think of this as cuddling, hand holding, spooning, right? While those actions could lead to sex, they don't have to, and they can just be connection that you're having with your partner. So today, we're talking about why Valentine's Day wrecks so many sex lives and what intimacy actually needs instead. Valentine's Day has somehow turned into one of the most emotionally loaded days of the year when it comes to sex and relationships. Fun fact, my best friend Jackie and I used to go to CC's Pizza every Valentine's Day in college when we were single. And now that I am telling this story, I am unsure if this was supposed to go with me to my grave, but oh well, sorry, Jackie. Anyways, what's wild is that for a holiday that is supposed to be about love and connection, it ends up creating so much pressure, anxiety, and disappointment for so many people. That's not an accident. That's what we call the expectation trap. From a very young age, we are taught a very specific script for what Valentine's Day is supposed to look like. There are supposed to be flowers. There's supposed to be romance. Maybe a rom-com playing in the background as we feed each other chocolate-covered strawberries and rub coconut oil all over our bodies. Oh, and there's supposed to be sex. There is most definitely supposed to be sex. And not just any sex, but good sex, passionate sex, memorable sex, 20 orgasms sex. The kind of sex that somehow proves your relationship is healthy, exciting, and worth being in. And when you don't want that, or can't access that, or your relationship doesn't look like that right now, people don't just feel disappointed, they feel like they're failing. Pressure kills desire faster than almost anything else. Desire needs space, it needs safety. Think about your desire like a dog. If you live in the city of Cleveland and your backyard is so small, your dog does not have a place to run around. So you move to the suburbs and you get this giant house that has a huge backyard. And you see your dog just flourishing, running, so excited. He can pee wherever he wants. That is desire. Desire needs that space. It also needs the ability to say yes or no freely. It needs you not to be in a fight with your partner over the dishes. The moment sex becomes an obligation or a box to check, the nervous system tightens. The body doesn't feel invited. It feels demanded. And no amount of candles or lingerie or jock fixes that. You cannot force your body into wanting something just because the calendar says you should. And then we add in comparison culture on top of all of this. Because Valentine's Day doesn't exist in a vacuum. It exists on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and every other place where intimacy is curated, filtered, and performed for public consumption. You scroll past couples traveling, exchanging expensive gifts, posting captions about soulmates and passion and how in love they are. And suddenly, you're not just dealing with your own relationship, you're measuring it against everyone else's highlight reel. Comparison is sneaky, y'all. It convinces people that everyone else is doing it better than they are, that everyone else is having more sex, better sex, more romantic sex. And instead of asking what actually feels good or authentic, people start asking what they're missing or what's wrong with them. Hear me, dear listener. We are all in the same boat here, and it is sinking. As a person who is trying to rescue you, let me say that desire does not thrive in self-judgment or shame. It thrives in curiosity and permission. Let's move a little bit into performative intimacy. Performative intimacy is when you do the thing because you think you should. You have sex because it's Valentine's Day. You give the gift because that's what a good partner does. You act romantic because that's what's expected, even if your body is exhausted, disconnected, or emotionally somewhere else. You do the anal because the anal was requested, and you know what? It's Valentine's Day. On the outside, it can look fine, but internally, it creates distance. Obligation sex does not build closeness. It builds resentment. It teaches your body that intimacy is something you endure rather than something you choose. And over time, that erodes trust with yourself and with your partner. People don't stop wanting sex because they're broken. They stop wanting sex because it stopped feeling safe and honest. But don't panic. You are not alone. We all deal with society and cultural influence. Let's talk about what intimacy actually looks like. Real intimacy is not a performance. It's not a holiday. It's not something you prove. Intimacy is safety. It's honesty. It's being able to say, I'm tired, or I'm sad, or I'm not feeling connected right now, and I'm fearing that the relationship will collapse because of it. Intimacy is laughter. It's rest. It's repair after conflict. It's choosing each other again and again after being human. It's farting. It's laughing. And it's talking shit about people. Sex can absolutely be a part of intimacy. It can be a beautiful, connective, playful expression of it. But intimacy can also exist without sex. Sometimes intimacy looks like ordering takeout and watching a show. Happy endings, anyone? Sometimes it looks like a deep conversation. Sometimes it looks like space. Sometimes it looks like saying no and trusting that the relationship can hold on to that no. And this is where we reclaim Valentine's Day. Reclaiming this day starts with permission. Permission to opt out of the script. Permission to not perform. Permission to not compare. Permission to define intimacy on your own terms. You do not owe anyone sex because it's February 14th. You do not owe anyone romance that doesn't feel true to you. You do not owe anyone a version of yourself that feels disconnected from your own body. Valentine's Day can be about checking in rather than checking boxes. It can be about asking what actually feels nourishing right now. It can be about connection in whatever form feels accessible. And if that means sex, great. If it means meatloaf and baked potatoes, also great. Desire cannot be bullied into existence, but it can be invited back through safety, honesty, and choice. If Valentine's Day has ever made you feel behind, broken, or like you're doing relationships wrong, I want you to hear this clearly. You're not failing. you're responding to pressure, and intimacy starts to heal when we stop performing and start telling the truth. So, this Valentine's Day, have sex or don't. I don't care. But what I do care about is you choosing what feels good for you and your relationship. Until next time. Sex Here and Now is written and recorded by me, Matt Lockman. For more resources, education, or support, you can find me on all social platforms at Cleveland Sex Therapy. Thanks for being here, and as always, stay curious.